Okay. Hmm. I'm still intrigued by this needle. I think the fact that it can only be used in the heart of the storm in Placido Sucks Arena is probably referring to circumstances in the past Farum era. One, two, three. Hmm. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this one seems so unnecessary placed. Because the corpse of Mikola in this egg looks way bigger, sometimes I wonder if this is Mikola. Because it fits the body that he has in Mark's arena. Hmm. But who knows? Next step is we have still Farmer Zula and Mark's Blood Swamp area. I completely forgot where the entrance is. I think it's over here. Hey, ISO. You're the first one today. Oh, let's see. Where's my claymore? There we go. On the menu, today probably, yeah, I did. I bet beat Millennia. It was a really nice run. I have to say I'm pretty proud of myself because I actually have never beaten her without summons. I when I seriously played Elden Ring, the first few runs, I've tried a lot to beat her, but at some point I was just too frustrated and didn't continue to try. So I just summoned. I used Mimic tier, I think, the Mimic tier Spirit Ashes. But yesterday I was actually able to beat her without summons, and that so that's why I'm pretty proud of myself because of that. It took me a while, to be honest, though, but the muscle memory was still there, so it took me like an hour probably until I was locked in the rhythm and remembered the moveset. And from there on, yeah, the waterfall dance, I kind of, I think I just got better yesterday, through the several tries, so, I kind of learned to dodge the waterfall dance better yesterday. I had to adapt a little bit with my build, but I think it's okay. So wait, where do I want to go? For let's take the claw talisman. We're thinking about using roars. I guess it won't take 3 streams after all. Yeah, I was afraid that I might need too much or too many tries, and I was afraid of the fact that I might need several hours to beat her. But fortunately, this was not the case. Skills. What'd I go for? There's some hedgehogs. Maybe charge attacks? I'll just go with this one. Oh yeah, I got Braggart's Raw. Wait. They probably don't stack, right? I mean different Raws. While active strong attacks change to charging attacks, but that doesn't mean that... Do they count as charged attacks in regard to talisman effects? If the strong attacks change to charging attacks, does it mean that they also count as charge attacks when it comes to... Oh. Oh, that's neat. Does it also count for strong jump attacks? Does strong jump attacks count as charged attacks when I use Warcry? Oh, probably not. Attack power. Or maybe I just go with Braggart's Raw. What else could be useful? Wait, I mean, I could still go for Hoarfrost Stomp. What the fuck? It's... okay, when I change the weapon, the raw effect is just gone. That's kind of... No, that's sad. Okay, I guess then I just go with... with those that I had before. Yeah, raw sounds way more like a aura buff, right? But yeah, kind of sad. So I do not go for this one. still could go for... No, whatever. Okay. I have to say, I really like the quality build right now because it is so versatile. I know that it's not the best build, but I like the possibility to change weapons, or like to have several options for weapons. Kind of neat. Okay, this is not the place where the entrance to Morgue is. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Huh? Oh, it's here, I think. Is it? Wait. Yeah, there. There's something that I want to look out for in this place, because I think there are some minor details that might have been deliberately placed and have some lore implications. I just realized that we have Rao runes here. I don't know. This is not often the case in Jaffa River, right? Do we have Rao runes over here? There might be one place somewhere. But I don't think so, actually. Yeah, I just noticed that we usually don't see these ruins here down here. So I was just wondering if they placed them for a reason here now. Golden Rune 11. Ormic Rock. Definitely a lot of formic rock. Oh yeah, people are farming the crow from here. Yeah, I just realized the same. Oh. Oh. Another Golden Rune 11. It's a strange relationship that they have here with the red ones. I don't think that anyone ever really figured out what's wrong with them. I mean, well, at least I think people just stopped thinking about it because obviously it's just not explained, but it's still weird though. What's up with him? So he's just chilling. But most of the others are looking like sick or something. I'm wondering if these... So either these are people belonging to Morg and they were just hanged up. Or sometimes I wonder if these became those Sanjin nobles. You know? Smithing stone 6, okay. March 3rd? Next year? Well, in 2 years. I think I've read somewhere that it should release should be released in 2027, but I don't know if that's true. But 2028, yeah, that sounds more realistic. 5 blood rows. Okay. I mean, they just started filming, as far as I remember. Oh. Hey Kagan, by the way. You were so excited. Yeah, no problem. I just like to greet because I mean the channel is still small, so there's still room for personal greetings, and I just think it's a good I think it's a good thing to greet someone personally. Hero Zone 4. Yeah, of course. I mean, if I don't know if that will ever happen, but yeah, of course, if you have a bigger channel, that's not possible anymore. But as long as it's possible, I will do it. This, of course. And actually, I think. Oh fuck! I forgot to cut the scarab. I don't think the channel will become that big. If it ever get big, I mean, because it's definitely a niche thing. Ah shit! No, I didn't got the scarab. Didn't get the scarab. Maybe if the movie drops, suddenly everyone will be interested in deep lore dives. Maybe. Maybe. Oh. No, that's... These are a lot. Yikes. I mean, we still have the Tarnished Edition coming along. And in the end, maybe some of the community might join the whole perspective that I have. I would love that, but who knows? I would just, I mean, let's see where this channel is going to. Are these rats? Ugh. Smithing Stone 8. Yeah, that's what I think too. What I think too is, I think it's underestimated when it comes to the depth. Just, and I think the biggest problem is just that it's hard to understand what the game even is and how it's even designed and everything. And I think it's the biggest issue when it comes to all of this. I just wonder if the majority of the community will ever get it, like what the game actually is. That's more or less my. I think that's more or less my goal. I don't need a big channel. What I want is to change the perspective of the community, because I think we would gain a lot when we as a community would really take a step forward. But there lies also the issue, because that would mean the community need also to take a step back, and I think I don't know if that's possible for most, because especially when it comes to lore tubers, they would I don't know if they are able to take a step back, because that would mean that they have to like revisit a lot that were told in the past. Oh shit. At least I can get the scarab now. And the other issue is that people can't deal with uncertainty or with vague information. Elden Ring is probably just too big. I really try to make my approach and perspective comprehensible, but even now I still don't know if that's enough. But I have a lot of faith in the fact that I just believe the more I will release, the more it should become recognizable and comprehensible. That's what I believe in. That's why I'm still continuing this. Hey, Sneaky Turtle. It might be true, Sneaky Turtle. I have to say, when I'm speaking of the community, I'm yeah, sometimes my impression might not be the current one, because I do not watch a lot of lore tubers, for example. When I speak of the community, I'm speaking more of the subreddits, for example. Or especially the subreddits, yeah. That's the only thing where I'm still looking into. Because it takes less time. I mean, I see the thumbnails, and sometimes I just clip through 1 or 2 videos. But that's all. Blood tags. Yeah, I can understand this. I have to say, I don't really like the subreddits as well, but sometimes there are posts that are indeed interesting, but it's not the majority of posts. And then yeah. There are a lot of people, or a lot of members of the subreddits which might be a little bit toxic. But there are sometimes good posts as well. So it's not like that everything is bad there. What? It feels such an unnecessary info. Like, then unleash a flurry of thrusts that rob the target of both their blood and their HP. Maybe just to emphasize the connection between blood and HP, or it's supposed to connect the association of HP with blood. Oh, I haven't looked too much into the Night Rain subreddit. Are there a lot of lore posts on the Night Rain subreddit? Though I probably have a completely different perspective on the Night Rain lore. I mean, that's why I haven't looked too much into that subreddit, probably. But the people are funny. Oh, I mean, that's nice. I bet the Night Rain subreddit is more chill because it's kinda separated from the lore people, because a lot of those who are interested in lore look at Night Rain as something that's not heavily linked to the base game. Swarm of flies. Have a good one. Bon appetito. Coiso. See ya later. That anybody still into Nitro and just loves the game for what it is? Yeah, nice. Great hollowing face with Everdark Hellster. Yeah, I can see that and I feel it. I can't say if there will. It feels like okay, maybe there will still put some Night Rain content or might publish or might it feels like there might come what the fuck. Still not able to speak today. What I wanted to say is I can see another Night Rain page like Everdark Hellster or so, but it's strange. I don't know if there will be ever an Everdark version. It feels like there should be one, but at the same time, we are fresh out of Everdarks. $40,000 is a lot, and in the end, the From Software community is really loyal and usually continues to play their games. Oh, okay. You mean you think the Everdark version was like completing their theme and Hellster and Stragus already have a complete theme. Yeah, might be true. 4 drawstring blood grease. Eight blood-tainted excrements. Oh, is all of this like referencing Slaughter of the Tarnished once again? Hero's Rune. It seems like it's all referencing the Slaughter of the Tarnished again here. Oh, but these are sick too. Godwyn Run 13. Smithing Zone 6. I bet there's something going on with the number 6. I just can't tell what. It's driving me crazy. Hey, Cayman. I don't know what you guys think, but since my first playthrough, I thought this one over here... Oh. This tree stump kind of looks sus. I don't know why. I haven't really thought much about it, but this tree stump, for some reason, looks incredibly sus. I think it's just because there's no other tree stump like this in this region. It looks a little bit unique in its own way. Dialos is a Godfrey parallel in my opinion, and Lanya is Melina. Exactly what I suspect, Sneaky. It feels like maybe I know it's a pretty common or popular theory that there might have been a greater older tree, and the actual Earth tree is was just growing on an older one. And if there's something to this theory, I think it might be indicated by this tree stump. This is what I think, but it's just incredibly. It's not much. It's not much, but I still think it's a little bit sus that they added this asset because it looks so unique. So it feels like they put effort into putting exactly this tree stump in here. This is also the woman standing on the stump with a candle, I think. Which one do you mean? I can't remember anyone. Which woman do you mean? We got a nice butterfly over here. Another 8 blood-tainted excrement. Oh, that's Harley tree statue. can't remember any statue like this, but if there is one, just and you see it or have a picture of it, I would like to see it. Oh, okay, this is there, this place. You can even see that this tree is kind of blood-soaked. And these blood pustules are growing on it too. Wonder if they are supposed to evoke the association of thorns when they do that. It's probably a hood that you see on the woman, but you can share it on my Discord if you're there. Okay, let's see. Oops. Clarifying boluses are wild here, I think. Bro, can you stop spamming this? Holy shit. What is he using, by the way? Is it the Misericordia or what is it? Yeah, this Misericordia, whatever. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, Jesus. So I have read about it and I've never noticed it, but there is a tree with shrooms on it. I have read about it a few days ago, but I've never noticed it. That's so fucking sus and strange. I think in the end, a lot of themes are connected to each other. It's just incredibly vague, hinted at, probably. Are there any interesting effects? Oh, see? I wonder if there are more of these. Oh, that bald statue. Yeah, I know what I know now. Which statue you mean? Okay, we got some bloodhounds. Maybe something that's related to the top. 4 arterial leaves. 4 arterial leaves. So if this is all about the slaughter of the tarnished, the 4 arterial leaves are probably something like the great luck of Godfrey. Hmm. I have a suspicion when it comes to the bold man statue, by the way, but it's heavy it's still heavy speculation. And I still can't make sense of the timeline with this. I'm game. I'm I don't know. I just had the idea that it might be Radagon. I thought it is for some reasons, because for one, I see Roger as a Radagon parallel. And Roger is standing right next to one of these statues in the Stormvale Church. Another reason is that I think that Radagon probably grew the Urge Tree after he killed Rena and Farmer Zula. That's another thing. Then there's this strange name of so another thing is that I think Thops might be a Radagon parallel as well, and Thops is bald. And I think it's probably the fact that Thops is also bald and who's supposed to be a Radagon parallel. And another interesting thing that I connected was so these are just little. It's like a patchwork. I have like little puzzle pieces that I connect right now, but I don't know if it's true. But so another thing is besides Thops and Roger as Radagon next to the statue in Stormvale is the baptismal church of Caillou on Weeping Peninsula. And I have the suspicion that the name Caillou derives from the French name Caillou, which is also known for the series. I don't know if you know this series Caillou. It's just differently spelled, and it's a pretty popular, famous old cartoon about a bald child. And it's because the name Caillou actually means something like pebble. And it's interesting because Thops also Thops is describing himself as a pebble stone, I think. So it kind of connects there. I think there are some allusions to these circumstances, maybe. And that's why I think that maybe the name Caillou, although it's spelled differently, might allude to a bald man. Because it means pebblestone. Or bluntstone? Was it bluntstone, not pebblestone? Maybe I remembered wrong. Yeah. I just can't see Thops being related as a parallel, maybe. But that's just my headcanon and brainstorming for now. And Thops barrier might be, because it's turquoise, I don't know, it could be something having to do with Marika's soul. I mean, Marika Renna's soul. Because I think Marika Renna's soul is turquoise because it's the soul of a shaman or a soul of an ancestral spirit, or with the properties and qualities of an ancestral spirit. Which is also the reason why she had like turquoise eyes. Yeah, I was thinking about it too, that it might be Marika, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a girl or like a woman. Hey, Nomad. Just give me a second. I think I pointed it out in one of my videos that especially the circumstances of Roger in Stormvale and how he's stuck in the Round Table Hold afterwards is paralleling circumstances of Radagon. So Radagon's story is all about figuring out what happened on the Night of the Black Knives. And according to my theory, I think that Marika Renna tried to deceive Radagon with Godwyn's death, so he could that Godwyn could escape unnoticed, and subsequently Radagon tried to figure out what happened and to find Godwyn and where he disappeared to, which was in the end in Stormvale and the Chapel of Anticipation. And Radagon is paralleling exactly these events. And when Radagon... What's also interesting, one of those messages of Roger in Stormvale is on the outer wall. I mean, it's... I think there's just a little illusion hidden in it, because it says something like, we are almost there to find what we are looking for, but at the same time you have a pretty good view on the Chapel of Anticipation, which I think is just a little illusion that it's, according to the parallel, actually about Godwyn and the Chapel of Anticipation. But so, and in the end, he comes very close to the grotesque visage in Stormvale, right? And then he got death blighted and pierced, and from there on he's kind of struggling with death and just sitting in the Round Table Hold. And I think these are paralleling the events of the Shattering, where Radagon in the end figured out that Godwyn was in Stormvale, and because in the end no one was really left and Radagon discovered where he is, Marika's soul, which was inside of him, had no other choice and took over. Her soul resisted and she shattered herself together with Radagon in the Elden Ring. And from there on, Radagon kind of is half dead in the Earth Tree, and Radagon is sitting kind of half dead in the Round Table Hold. There are some other smaller details which I think might be important, but that's for the main part. I think it's a parallel there. Yeah, there is a relationship with fear. That's true. The Death Knights are something else. I think the references of the Death Knights are kind of complex because I don't think that they are. I think everything revolving around the Death Knights is actually about the Elden Ring and the Greater Will trying to lead Godwyn's soul back to the Earth Tree, which is in favor of the Elden Ring, but not in Godwyn's, who actually tried to escape that. Nomad, you might want to. I try to explain this parallel in one of my chapters. I think it was chapter 11 of the We Are Godwyn series. There should be you might be able to just skip to the chapter. But in the end, it is like I described it right now. We had a bloody crow picking on this holy grease. Also an interesting placement that we find a holy grease in here. Oh, these are interesting. We got because I think this one was this should be the Harlech Drake Talisman. And over there should be a stone sword key. What? And we have a bloody crow flying on this stone sword key, okay. This bird. Chill. I mean, you might want to watch all of them, though. If you haven't yet. But that's up to you, of course. Shit. Because they are built up on each other, the videos, Nomad. That's so fucking strange delayed. I mean, you could start with the first one. The first 3 chapters are pretty short, and you can see if you want to continue. But usually, I think a lot of people are getting catched. At least I hope so. But yeah, just saying that they are building up on each other. And usually, I would recommend, of course, to watch them in the corresponding order. But if you don't mind and if it doesn't matter to you, you can just clip into chapter 11, of course. Oh, 3 bloodhounds again. Are these always 3? No. Ah, the spirit NPC in front of the Church of Pilgrimage. I have a strange suspicion. Because, so, I know that it looks directly at the mausoleum. But I have the strange suspicion that it's actually referring to Radagon. Maybe it's kind of distracting that it's looking away from the church, but it's in the end it's placed directly in front of the church with the Radagon statue. It's just that I have seen the theme of an unwanted child a few times now, and in most cases I connect it to Radagon. And that's why I suspect right now that it's probably about Radagon. And I think it's no coincidence that we find the Bastard Sword in Weeping Peninsula as well. Because I think the merchant near Castle Morn, I think most of the items that the merchant in front of Castle Morn is selling are related to Radagon. It's the Iron Set, who contains the themes of fire, poison, and the scaled being. And you also have the Red Thorn Round Shield there, which I think is also Radagon related, or at least evokes associations that I connect to Radagon, like red thorns. And yeah, and there's also the Bastard Sword, and I'm convinced that Radagon was something like an unwanted child, or someone who got casted out. So it would fit pretty well in what I have in mind right now. So that's why I suspect that it's actually about Radagon when the spirit is talking about an unwanted child. Fuck. What? I didn't know that it's a grab attack. The one with Zweihander is, in my opinion, probably Godfrey related. Because, so there are several reasons why the other one is probably related to Godfrey. For one, it's the mask, because the mask that the isolated merchant in the west at the beach is wearing is an asset that you can find on Godfrey's axe. So that's reason number one. There's also something going on with color coding, because the cape is like white and or gray, white, and red coded. It's a little bit more complex, but I think it's related to Godfrey as well, and the siege on Leyndell, because the whole feat in front of Leyndell is also red and white color coded. The Zweihander is a weapon of Bernal, which I think is also a Godfrey parallel, so there it might connect good too. And I don't know, is he selling Ataria leaves? I think so. And Ataria leaves are something that I also connect with Godfrey. That's what I have in mind right now. I don't know if there's more though. Might be, not sure. But at least these are things that I connect to Godfrey. Yeah, Lost Ashes of War are probably about either lost memories or like forgotten events of the past. I mean, the theme of lost memories would also fit in my opinion. But I'm not sure if it's always about lost memories. Sacrificial twig, I don't know, maybe about someone sacrificing himself for someone else. That's what I think. That is the first association that comes to my mind. Like sacrificing oneself for someone else. Don't look at me like that, bro. Yeah, how I define parallel, that's a good question. So, you might think that when I say parallel, that I'm thinking of like perfect parallels, which have the exact same story like someone else. But from what I have seen in regard to From Software's design, it's a bit more mashed up and more confusing. So I think they have these major characters like Godfrey, and which have probably a huge background story, which is not told. But what they are doing is they create minor characters which are inspired by these main characters and their background story, which is not told. So and the important part here is like inspired. So it contains the themes and story parts, but the details might not always be the exact same. Like you could maybe say thematic parallels. And it feels like they might the events that take place in these parallels might not always be like in the exact same order. It's really hard to recognize, and it took me a lot of time and a lot of effort to even to get behind it. But I think it's possible to recognize these things. It's just I just tried to look into more and more detail and to think about, okay, what if there's more behind it all, and probably every details matter in the end, and I think it's incredibly demanding to look at so many details, but I think it's the effort that we have to put into. And I think that's also some kind of barrier which a lot of people don't overcome, or in the community, because there's so much effort behind it to analyze these details. Because I think every dialogue line might contain really a lot. in form of illusions and parallels. And in this way, almost everything might be a little bit deeper than people think. Homer's Toy Story? Could be. I mean, parallels are... I think these are even a literary stylistic device. Used in literature, I think. So, though in literature it might be a little bit different. In the end, we have the video game as a medium. Stone Sword Key. Runes. So runes are definitely some kind of grace that were contained in the eyes. So the connection that runes are supposed to resemble eyes is literally confirmed in interviews, and even in one of the runes, the lands between rune that you only can get in the character creator as keepsake literally says that it's the grace that were contained in the eyes of the tarnished. But what they are, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. I was thinking about a connection to souls, but it seems like grace and souls are not the same, but they are related to one another in some way. Maybe it's just about vitality and powers of a being, which are not directly related to their souls. But there, in somewhere there's strength that can be gained by gathering runes, right? Here are a lot of nascent butterflies. 1, 2, 3. Does this one have a weapon with him? No, probably not. Yeah, it's an interesting thought if people are of everyone, if everyone is able to see the Earth Tree. I don't know. Do you guys think that these plants grow on these tree stumps just because of the blood? I think it's an interesting thought that it might just grow because there's so much blood on them as well. I mean, we don't see any other tree stumps and plants growing on them in other areas, right? Yeah, Void. We did it. We I was able to beat her with my last run that I mean, you can still check it out. It's still uploaded. It's yeah. Moin moin. We did it. 5 blood rows again. I think this is the tree stump on which the other one is has this big fern on it. Shit. Huh? Have I already beaten 3 of them? I think there should be 3 of those white masks. Elden stars in Deep Root Depth, yeah. There are still things that I don't remember correctly as well, so... Although I already remember a lot of items. Even those boring ones. Oh, close. March 3rd. Yeah, another one said it today. I haven't read it, but someone else was pointing that out the first few minutes in the stream. Okay, another item. Oh! 3 rot grease! Guys, this is the second connection to rot in this area. So, I think there are several things that indicate that rot is also connected to blood. I mean, I think it's a known thing probably, but it's just interesting to see that there are references in here. Yeah, beast blood can't rot. It's a really interesting quality, right? Nomadic Warriors Cookbook. Okay. Swarm Pot. Yeah. Raw structure. Strange, right? You know, it's kind of interesting. I think they put different information in both of these. Maybe that's also the reason why they named them differently. We have the Swarm Pot, and the other one is called Roped Fly Pot. And they have also different descriptions. Like the Swarm Pot says, the vile swarm deals damage and builds up onset of blood loss. The cacophony of their wings assails the sanity of berserkers. While the other one says, their fangs inflict countless painful lacerations on the victim, while the grating sound of their wings assails their sanity. Down on meat mark. Oh yeah, you can get from that side. Yeah, you can come from this side as well. Oh, the shredder machine. These are scary as fuck. Do you remember the one Bloody Stray, which deals like, I don't know, like 10,000s of damage in like 2 seconds? The one in Altus? I don't know if they fixed that one. Oops. Second pot stands an enemy, the first one. What do you mean by that? What does it mean to stand someone? Oh yeah, there was the third one. I knew it. But it's kind of weird that I got the ammo set already after the second one. Maybe the ammo set is linked to the one over there. Random question: why there's a Leyndell Knight with Spellbook at Leonia? My suspicion regarding the Leyndell Knight with the a dragon called Prayer Book is that. So, according to my theory, the resurrection painting is connected to Godwyn's story. And therefore it might fit really well just theme-wise that they put a Leyndell Knight related to the dragon cult in front of this resurrection painting. So that's my take on it. I think they often design areas theme-wise, and the Leyndell Knight connected to the dragon cult theme might be placed there because the resurrection painting is also in some way, on a really subtle way, related to Godwyn's story. Void, the Bloody Finger Vanquished message comes for a lot of invades where it doesn't make that much sense. I wouldn't take the Bloody Finger message as something important. I think it's just because there are only like 2 types of these messages. It could have been Recusant Vanished or Bloody Finger Vanquished, and they probably decided just to go with the Bloody Finger Vanquished. This might one of those rare situations where it doesn't matter that much. For example, the 4 sisters also get the Bloody Finger Vanquished after the fight, and it doesn't make much sense too, I think. So, have I missed something in here? The paintings, like the resurrection painting, is also something that I discuss in 2 of my videos. No, mate, it's chapter 2, and I complete the painting theory in like chapter chapter 7, I think. Oh, fuck my... No. No, mate. Are you okay? Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Oh wait, I wanted to check these. What's up with the prophecy and flightless bird paintings? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, right? Because a lot of people say there's probably just a mistake by From Software, and that they changed or swapped the titles, and it was not deliberately named like that, like how they are named in game. Actually, I think that's not the case. I think they deliberately named them like they did. So what's weird is that, and that's what I do in my videos, is like I try to look at everything together, because it seems like the prophecy painting and what it depicts, you don't it seems like it's hard to get behind what there might be going on. So what I'm doing then is, okay, maybe we have to take a step back and look at the bigger picture, like look at, okay, what else is like related to this painting. And so we could also include like the location where the painting is placed, or and the perspective that you have from where you look at what is at from where you look at what it is depicted, and yeah, to look closer at the painting, at what is depicted, and the reward, of course. So, and the prophecy painting is depicting Stormvale, the Chapel of Anticipation, the Fringefolk Hero's Grave, with the Stranded Graveyard where we start our journey, and the reward is the Warhawk Ashes. And it's kind of strange that it's named Prophecy, because none of this actually looks like as it would be related to a prophecy. And in the other way around, the Flightless Bird painting depicts the Earth Tree with a reddish sky, and its reward is Deadly Fire's Sin, or what it's called, which is about a sinister prophecy about burning the Earth Tree. And so people thought, okay, it sounds like these titles might be swapped. But I actually think that they are deliberately chosen, and that it's to point out that paintings might be related to one each other. So, and in this case, I think the flightless bird, which is referenced in the Warhawk ashes, because the description of the Warhawk ashes of the prophecy painting tells us about something that a wounded Warhawk is gazing upon its former home, and the storm is a Warhawk's cradle. And if they are intentionally named like that, then it's the flightless bird related to the Earth Tree in some way, who is gazing upon Stormvale. And I think it's about Godwyn, who is like... There are some other reasons. I think it's about, like, the flightless bird is gazing upon Stormvale because he's supposed to be resurrected there. In some way. I think that's what is behind it all. Like, the storm is a Warhawk's cradle, speaks more like... seems to be speaking of a birthplace. And it's depicting the place where we are getting resurrected. And that's... yeah. And I actually, that's what I concluded as well. I think the prophecy, it looks like there's a prophecy about our arrival. And from there on, I tried to connect more and more and more. And then there was a moment where I realized, I looked at all of the 7 paintings of the base game. And then I realized there are 4 paintings which connect a reference to the Earth Tree. So there are four painting which has some kind of reference to the Earth Tree. It's the prophecy painting. There you can only see the shine of the Earth Tree, just a little bit. That's enough. So, and then you got the homing instinct painting, which contains a minor Earth Tree. You got the resurrection painting, which contains a minor Earth Tree, and you got the flightless bird painting, which also has the Earth Tree in it. And the funny thing is, I started to, okay, what if the size of this reference tells us the order and how to sort them from small to big? And then you got prophecy, resurrection, homing instinct, and the flightless bird painting with the Earth Tree. And I thought, hey, isn't it in some way telling our story? Like, our resurrection, we instinctively travel to the Earth Tree and fulfill the prophecy, you know? That's what I discuss in my videos. What do you mean by Elden Ring book? I think Stone 7. I'm yapping a lot today. Again, Formic Rocks. Rune Arc. What are Formic Rocks used to? I think it's only the Spray Mist. The Acid Spray Mist. So I know it sounds like incredibly incredible speculation, and it is in some way. I just think they hint sometimes at things with themes. So they are not telling sometimes things directly, but point to things just with themes. Like, for example, they are just giving you like keywords like a prophecy, a resurrection, and homing instinct, a flightless bird, and then you have to make sense of them because they, of course, it's just incredibly vague. But yeah, I'm not sure what the Warhawk having its talent sliced off mean. Actually, I'm not sure, but I think the flightless bird title is referring to Godwyn slumbering helplessly in the chapel of anticipation, not being able to to start off, not being able to awake, and it fits incredibly well the rooms that you find in the Roundtable Hold in a fortified manner, where you find the painting flightless bird. So it's the room with the flightless bird painting that also contains in the corresponding other room in the fortified manor. No, it's the other way around. So there are riddles going on in the fortified manor and the Roundtable Hold. So they are almost identical, right? And sometimes they are using both rooms to hint to circumstances. And in the fortified manor, you find the flightless bird painting. And in the exact same room, but in the Roundtable Hold, there is the flightless bird reference depicted through someone slumbering in a bed. And yeah, I'm trying to make I'm making connections there. Yeah, the former lord was vanquished is quite interesting, because I think this is actually referring to Godfrey. Because I think there are so many connections that I do crosswise. Because I think the Knight of the Black Knives. So I think it's about Godwyn and the Knight of the Black Knives and its resurrection and so on. And the Warhawk Ashes in particular is a Godwyn reference, who is like, he was part of the conspiracy in the Knight of the Black Knives, and he was taking the risk to go through death and be resurrected in Stormvale, the Chapel of Anticipation, which is referenced through the Warhawk who's gazing upon his former home, and the storm is the Warhawk's cradle. The line with its former lord who was vanquished, I think it's referring to the banishment of Godfrey, and the Knight of the Black Knives probably happened afterwards. I don't know if that all makes sense to you, but it's my rabbit hole that I'm into, and I really try to make it comprehensible in my videos. It's really difficult to sort these references with a common thread, because all of these references work more like networks, and you have to like yeah. So inside of the game, there's no linear path you can go, because these references are like networks which you have to get behind in some way, my opinion. Yeah, I think we as Godwyn, who was supposed to be being resurrected in the Chapel of Anticipation, are in some way, say, a champion of America to oppose the Golden Order, in my opinion, yes. And I think it's that we as Godwyn have no memories of the past, which makes it like a stroke of a genius, like, you know? Because I think we as Godwyn kind of are being resurrected, but with lost memories, and at the same time being manipulated by the greater will and the guidance of grace. Do I use stroke of a genius the right way? By the way, so I'm sometimes not sure if I do. Oh, fuck. I'm panic rolling. I think he All-Star actually represents Radigan in a way, or parallels him. Nomad, have you played Night Rain? Did it drop from one of those giant skeletons? So, Nomad, from my perspective, when it comes to Night Rain, I think I know that a lot of people think that Night Rain doesn't contribute much to the lore, but I swear to God, I'm convinced of the exact opposite, because I am firmly convinced that Night Rain more or less contains a summary and the solution to the background story of Elden Ring and the base game. And then, because if you look at these things from my perspective, that From Software primarily tells the story and the background stories through parallels, then it might make sense to look also into the story of the characters in Night Rain, because Night Rain is way more compact when it comes to parallels. In the base game, we have a huge amount of minor characters, and I think the background story is scattered through all of these minor characters. But in Night Rain, you have way less, and it's because of that, it's more compact. And for example, when it comes to my theory of that we are Godwyn and Melena's our sister, for example, it is Wilder's story and Dutch's story which parallel like the actual story of Godwyn and Melena in the base game. And there are a lot of little hints that point out to parallels, and it's even their character design and their abilities and a lot of stuff that mirrors the themes that we actually have in the base game. So, and I was already trying to I have to start discuss the Wilder in particular together with the Arminiel and the Duchess in chapter 12, where I try to make some things recognizable at least. Yeah, this one looks intentionally. Why do I have another one over here? No, huh? So this should be... Wait a second. Is there signs of grace here? Oh, almost. Oh, that is the elevator. Okay, okay, I got it. And the lightless depth. Interesting that it says lightless. The grave of an ancient civilization. It is here marked. A lot of blood is building his palace to be this seat of his coming dynasty named Godwyn. And whatever nightmares that may bring. Yeah, Godwyn is strange, right? Hey, Zed. Whatever nightmares that may bring is interesting. Interesting line. Oh, we got the golden centipede over here. I think there are a few here, right? Wait. Yeah, I have no idea why he's called Godwyn. I was also speculating about the relationship or connection to Godwyn, maybe. But I don't know. Behold bug. Probably just this one. Okay, this was the place with 4 terrier leaves. They're not even attacking. Okay. Smithing stone 7. I think this was an interesting one over here. I think it's a Newman rune or so. Wait. Yeah, it's a Newman's rune. Oh, this was the path with the 4 terrier leaves. On there. Big slime. Stanching boluses 3 times. Did you win? I Godwyn. Stone sword key. Do you mean millennia, Zenda? What's this? Is it just a lightning? Oh, there's a... Wait, what's that? There's a corpse up there. What? I don't think there's an item though. What the f... Okay, wait. Let's try if we can get up there. Moggies. Shit. I don't think I can get up there. Maybe from above? Yeah. You have to, yeah, I believed yesterday, and it worked. 8 blood rose. Oh, there's an innocent butterfly. Oh, shit.
Oh dear. You might.
Oh dear.
Terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer?
The dwelling arrows are kind of weird. That they are here.
I must apologize. I'm afraid I've very little to offer.
Do they respawn? What the hell? Ouch. Oh, underground merchants linked network for the dwelling hours. Maybe. Lord's Rune. There's the golden centipede. And this is just bait. Three smithing stone 8. Okay, that's nice. 3 of them. Again? Is it the same one? Come here. Come here. Come here, little bitch. Oh, I should stop that. Oh, I haven't progressed. Do I have to become a bloody finger to invade Vare, by the way? Is the only way to invade Vare by becoming a bloody finger? Because I'm not. Oh, that have been all already. Okay. What's in here? Oh, okay. So, shouldn't there be the... Am I too high to get to this? Yeah, there's this corpse, but there's no item on it. Oh, there's an item. Golden Rune 13. Hi, Mark. Today's your day. Today's Mogini Day. Mogino Day. I'm just curious. Huh. Maybe they placed the corpse here and left and chose not to place an item on here. I don't know. I do have an interpretation for the Stormcaller Church, but it's not complete. Because I'm still not sure if the lightning bolts are referring to Godwyn or if they are referring to Radagon. Because I think both is possible. Hey, Donkey Shot. Hey, Florum. Everyone's joining. Nice to see. But Magino, when it comes to the Stormcaller Church, as I said, I'm still not sure what the lightning bolts are about or the dragon bolt blessings, because I think they might relate to Radagon as well, and that they might. It could be that it's not only, or that it's not referring to Godwyn, although it might be possible. I don't know. But when it comes to the big picture that I have in mind is, I think they are sometimes telling stories along a road and with references. And when it comes to this road over here, I was analyzing, for example, this road already and this bridge and some parts over here, and it goes along this way too. And the road is kind of ending here with the Sainted Hero's Grave and the Stormcaller Church. And I'm pretty sure, actually, that it is referring to Godfrey and Radagon, because the Sainted Hero's Grave seems to be Godwyn, Godfrey coded and is themed primarily around Godfrey because it has Godfrey banners in it. That's the main reason why I believe this, but there are also references in it. So we got the Sainted Hero's Grave themed around Godfrey, and this Stormcaller Church is right next to it with a Radagon statue in it. And I think the name Stormcaller is, for the most part, chosen because I think Radagon was the Storm Lord in some way, because he was using the powers of a dragon and is somehow related to dragons as well. And that's one of the reasons why we find so many gravel stones in front of the Radagon statue. So I think this place over here and the fact that we have a Sainted Hero's Grave, which is Godfrey coded, and the Stormcaller Church, which is Radagon coded, is actually referring to the fight between Radagon and Godfrey, or Godfrey and the Stormlord. And an really interesting thing is that he is one of the more important details, I think, is there is a Stormcaller Ash of War. And the Stormcaller Ash of War is found in Stormvale. And it's found right before the boss arena of Godric. It's somewhere over here. It's before you enter the arena to Godric. On the left side, there's a scarab dropping the Ash of War Stormcaller. And I think it happened actually there in Stormvale, where Godfrey, after his banishment at some point, fought Radagon, who is referenced as the Stormlord in this case. And it was the last thing that Godfrey did before he got crucified on the tree. And if you followed the references with the number 8 that I mentioned, it's interesting that there's even an item placed 8 times right in front of the Ash of War Stormcaller. So that is one of the locations where I think it fits incredibly well with the number 8 interpretation that I had in mind. Oh, wait.
Agricola. You must abide alone a while. Welcome, honored guest, to the birthplace of our dynasty.
Ja. Oh my god, I have to learn the moveset again. Ugh. Oh. I'm fucked. No, no. I swear to God, all this blood and fire is just annoying as hell. And yes, we're near the DLC. Shit. Timing. What? Okay, it's the last one. Okay, no hit.
Is mine and mine alone.
No, first try. I think I could have done it first try, actually. Hey, Yanis. I think first try was possible there. Or maybe let's go. Maybe I could go with a Warhawk talents. It seems like I don't do enough poise damage there. Bruh. Oh. I don't have the chill mismatch. Yeah, it's better this way. Sometimes I don't really get how the timing's done. It's a little bit embarrassing. Sorry. Oh my god. Fuck. My god. Why am I getting hit? Oh my god, the windup is so long. Oh, again! Shit. Too much fire. Do I have to dodge to the left there? Can you please give me more space? Thank you. The worst part is all of the fire all over the place. Oh, now you're coming. Sure. Damn input reading. Oh, I got no flasks. Ah, left.
Is mine and mine alone.
I just need to log in. Pay attention. Spear? Does it work? I actually have to admit I never really understood how the spear talisman works. I mean, doesn't it only work with spears? If weapon says thrust pierce, okay, let's see. I mean, it's standard and pierce, probably because of the third. I think it's only the third one, like slice, slice, and that's pierce, probably. But it is probably only the third one, right? Like this one. I mean, I can try. I will take this one and let's see. I'll just like everything. No. Let's fight naked, I would say. Oh, still medium. Let's go. for the light roll. Let's go, boys. Oh my god, the wind-up is so fucking insane. He's input reading whenever I'm going to attack. These wind-ups are killing me. These delayed attacks. This one in particular. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not able to adapt to the fucking attacks. Oh my god. Is counterattack damage really just damage that you deal while the other one is attacking? That's it? Why does it say that it's... but it's only working with piercing weapons. Because it says it's like unique to... okay, but that's good to know. I just play it safe now. Let's go. Whenever I think I got time. What? Oh shit. Shit. This fucking blood flame.
Is mine and mine alone.
Ah, I swear to God, it's just the fucking blood flame which is killing me. And I don't want to use a blood build, bleed build. Sometimes he uses 2 and 3, sometimes he uses 4. I'm sorry that you guys have to watch this right now. I should change the Ash of War probably. Wow. Oh wait, no. Oh, I thought he was doing the Unos instantly. I'm getting the hang of it. What the hell? Oh, this fuck him! I have to stick close probably. Yeah, and then this, and this, and this, and this.
Is mine and mine alone.
Ah, let me change the Ash of War. Wait. Yeah, robustness might be good. Yeah, true. But I don't know if I didn't even notice. Did Bloodlust trigger it often? Okay, whatsoever. Let's go with blood again. Maybe I go with the other great room. Bewitching branch. That's a great idea. Let's charm him. Oh, come here. Shit, shit, shit. Okay, let's go. Shit. Woo. What was this? Oh my fucking god, no. No. Fucking hell! Ah! Oh shit. Pressure got me. He just made me lose my rhythm. Oh shit. I swear to God, I have. He's waiting until I hit, and then he's doing his bullshit. Oh, what is this hitbox, for fuck's sake? Oh my goodness. Don't pressure me, guys. Oh my fucking god, why is this hitbox so big?
I can see it as clear as day.
Fire spurn me. Oh yeah, Morg's shackles. Oh, I forgot about Morg's shackle. I even had the shackles. Ah, we made it. It's one of those fights where I think it doesn't look that difficult. But yeah, but I mean, in the end, it was okay. But the blood flame is like killing me sometimes in between. Ah, we did it. Yeah, it's the rhythm and the instincts that are sometimes. Yeah, the wings are nice. I have no idea what they relate to, but what they are related to, but nonetheless. So what's here right in front of us? It feels like the Claymore isn't doing that well anymore. In this build. Uh-oh. So I don't know. Should we do Farm Azula first, or are we going to the DLC next? Yeah, I think so too, Turtle. I think I will go next to the DLC. I think it's might be pretty cool to do Farm Azula afterwards, probably. I just don't want to see the Erdtree burn yet. Yeah, but we're almost done with the base game. Okay, guys, but I think that's it for today. And I'm really looking forward to the DLC because I really like I'm really looking forward for some Ash of Wars. Oh, thanks, Nomad. Always appreciate if there's someone new on the channel joining the stream. I have to say, although I played Elden Ring a lot of time, like I made a lot of playthroughs, but the bosses are still difficult. Although you already fought them, so it's no matter what, every playthrough is like still challenging, and that's kind of entertaining, I have to say. Yeah, 1/2 of cliffhanger. So, yeah. I'll probably there tomorrow at the same time again. Roundabout, I would say. If you don't want to miss it. Like... Central European time zone, like 17 or 18 o'clock, like 5 or 6 p.m. Yeah, but until then, bye guys. Have a good day or good evening or good night, whatever. And thanks for coming by as always. I'll continue tomorrow probably.